Tested 1 2. Tested 1 2. What's up? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? Um, this is Zero Nation, and for this live stream, I will be discussing DC and Marvel, but time for me right there. Time for me sound like DC and Marvel. DC got some catching up to do. Time for, in my opinion, now. This is my opinion based on everything that I got for Marvel and DC, everything like that, and just on universe setup. It seemed like Marvel got themselves together much more, in my opinion. That they don't got everything together, but just in my opinion. But then just in my opinion now, they just me. They just this just me, in my opinion, what I think. Sound like, in my opinion, I think that I think that DC. I just think that DC just got less catch up to do. But the thing is, all DC need is just a second Superman movie. In my opinion, I did. For the second Superman movie should be Superman Man of Steel 2. In my opinion, that's gonna be a good name just for the movie. In my opinion, I think. But the thing is, in my opinion, sound like some people might not like that name just for Superman. I think it sound like the Man of Steel movie. Like, I think, in my opinion, should be like Man of Steel 2. It's just a good name for it, in my opinion. Man of Steel 2. Or sound like, in my opinion, if that's not a good name for a movie, um, if Man of Steel 2 is just not a good name for a movie, in your opinion, what would you? It just sounded like the ideas coming out of my head. Well, I would name Superman movie the second one. I would name it Man of Steel 2, Son of Krypton, and third one might be should be like the Superman dang, no, those are the only two I can think of right now. Sound like, in my opinion, these is the only two that I just could think of. Super, Man of Steel 2, Superman 2, or just the last Son of Krypton. I think, in my opinion, could be a good one. But in my opinion, like, I don't know, I just don't know what would have been the last that would have been a good idea for a movie for y'all. Just in y'all opinion, what would have been a good idea? Does it sound like something just like movie y'all would name it? Because, like, in my opinion, right, if I had to name that movie, I'd just say name it Man of Steel 2, Superman 2, and plus and for the last son the son from Krypton, or just the last son of Krypton, could be the last third movie. I think something, in my opinion. But things, some people might not like it, some people will. But just in my opinion, I would name it that, and that would have been my name there for the movie. I think, just in my opinion, it just Superman, Man of Steel 2. That would have been just my idea for it, and just would have been my how can I say this? and that would have been just my ideal just for the movie. I think, in my opinion. Oh, Spencer, hey, Spencer, you doing good? You doing good, Spencer? I hope you have a good day. If y'all got um, if y'all got some ideas based on DC, what y'all want DC to do, everything like that. Because, like, in my opinion, I I think that DC just need to bring back Henry Cavill. In my opinion, they need to bring back Henry Cavill. Because, like, in my opinion, if they don't bring back Henry Cavill, then you don't got a prize Superman to build your multiverse around. In my opinion, and plus you need Henry Cavill, and Henry Cavill is the best Superman in my opinion. But that just me and my that just me that just me in my opinion. What I think. Uh, um, sound like Superman. Sound like Henry Cavill is the best Superman in my opinion. And plus some movies, from DC that I'm excited about is Black Adam. I'm excited just for that movie. Spencer, so that good to know that your day was doing it's good now. It's better. I hope that's good. And yep, that sound like, in my opinion, sound like most people got Christopher Reeves at the best Superman. But time for me, it sounds like I like Christopher Reeves Superman, but the thing is, it just put too campy for me. But the thing is, I still like Christopher Reeves Superman though. Just don't get me wrong. Now I still like Christopher Reeves Superman, but the things in my opinion sound like it just too campy. The first Superman movie, it put me to sleep at least about two times just before I just could finish it. But the thing is, I still had liked the movie overall. It's an origin movie, but it's just me. As an origin movie, I had liked it. I liked it just as an origin movie. But the thing is, some people might not agree with me on that one. It sound like the first Superman movie for Christopher Reeves. The first one was a good origin movie. The thing is that origin movie was good, but for me, it just was too campy for me to a point. But the thing is, some people just might agree with it. Some people don't. But the thing about me is, like, I would stick to my guns and say that Henry Cavill is the best Superman for me. And plus, for the best Batman, it's Ben Affleck. If Ben Affleck to me, it's the best Batman in my opinion. But then some people might not agree with that statement of Ben Affleck just being the best Batman. But for my criteria, is just being a good actor and a good comic book character. In my opinion, if you could catch my attention and stuff like that, if you could catch my attention as a character, as an actor, then shucks, you got my respect as that character. In my opinion, it sounds like the most limited time that I got with Ben Affleck. I got more Batman from him than for Christian Bale Batman. But the thing is, some people might not agree with it. But the thing with me is, like, I really just don't care what people think, in my opinion. But the thing is, but I think that I really think, in my opinion, I just really think, in my opinion, is how can I say this? That Ben Affleck bring more Batman stuff like that. In my opinion, it it just bring out more Batman characteristics in him than just I got with Christian, but than Christian Bale. But then the thing about it, like, I actually like Christian Bale. Oh, so you think Michael Keaton? Michael Keaton is my third. It's my third best Batman. I think, in my opinion, because this is my order as best Batman. My best Batman is Ben Affleck, Christian Bale, and Michael Keaton. Those just my orders, just for best Batman. I think, in my opinion, but that's just me. In my opinion, what I think is the best Batman. That and plus because the other list for best Superman is like but the thing is there's so many Supermans like that. Henry Cavill was my first, Christopher Reeve second. My third got to be I like the older Superman, that George Grease Superman or Dean Cain. I like those two too. But that's just me. That sound like I think. Like I think in my opinion sound like that just me. That just me in my opinion. What I think of those Batmans, like I think, and Supermans, because like in my opinion, just trying to pick the best Superman is kind of harder for me, since I'm just a better fan of how can I say this, um how can I say this, I am a better fan of Superman just than Batman in my opinion. I'm just a bigger fan of it. But the thing about Batman is like I still like Batman, but the thing is I'm still more of a fan of Superman. But the thing is, it sound like people keep on saying that Superman's OP, but the thing is, time for Marvel, time for Marvel and everybody else. There's that OP characters in the movie. Sound like Captain Marvel. Then just nobody just from Marvel side says nothing, in my opinion. And Marvel fans is so biased against DC movies. That's just me. That's what I think of it. But but that's shit. That's just me, in my opinion. That's just what I think about it. But the thing is, y'all can think different or the same. If y'all think and y'all can click the link if you just want to come in, anything like that. And for some, like in my opinion, this is my opinion. Sound like DC DC movies get judged harder than everybody else movies. That's not Marvel related. That's not Disney related, which is wrong in my opinion. Because kind of like in my opinion, if you gotta judge DC hard, then you should judge Marvel the same grading scale. That just me, in my opinion. It sounds like for me, right? I'll be in my job and people be sound like hyping up the worst movies for Marvel. They hype up Guardians One, which was a bad. It was an average movie, but the ending had killed that movie for me. The ending had got it. It kills the movie because you had to just dance to say the word. Really? Who actually dance to save the world? Which is dumb in my opinion. That just dumb in my opinion. That just dumb, dumb, dumb in my opinion. But the thing is, uh, that's how some people is. Something is in my opinion, but the thing is, you can agree, disagree, don't care. But sound like, in my opinion, if you look at my opinion, it sounds like Marvel characters. Marvel characters and Marvel movies get graded, graded at so, how can I say this? How can I say this? Marvel would just get graded like on a curve, which I don't like, in my opinion. I do not like that, because you shouldn't be grading a movie on a curve and you spent this, spent that, spent this, spent that. In my opinion, that's just me. That's just me. My opinion. That's just what I think. Everything else and stuff like that. But the thing is, I just don't agree with it. In my opinion, I I just don't agree with the Oh, oh, so you backstage? Oh shucks. Oh shucks.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey, Spencer. How do you think that just where everybody grade Marvel movies such on a sliding scale, but that's what it was, a DC movie just on the same level on the just a Marvel movie sound like people just give it a pass, which is dumb in my opinion.
Yeah, so in my opinion, I do think it's hard to judge them equally, if you know what I mean, since they are, different kinds of movies. Like, yeah, it's both superheroes, but it's different kinds of superheroes.
Oh yeah, that sound like movie sound like a Captain Marvel movie, right? That's on the same level as Superman, but everybody just be claiming time for comic books and stuff, time for powers and stuff like that. The Superman, the Man of Steel movie had more better action scenes, but the Marvel fans still was saying that Captain Marvel was better. I say that's dumb.
Yeah, I could partially agree with that. Like, I, I definitely think Man of Steel's way better as a movie and everything. But it's just, you know, Marvel, how do you want to call it? Marvel stands just, preferring anything Marvel over than DC.
Yeah, because shoot, man, I've been dealing with this on my job and stuff like that. Because like some people on my job know I got a channel, and they be telling me something. So you see the news that came out just by Marvel? I said no, I'm working. I'm working. I didn't hear no news if I'm working. Be, because you sure not working for you to hear the news before me.
Yeah,
And
I get distracted quite easily whenever something comes up.
yeah, and the people on my job talk something. Is you just gonna make a video on this news? This me, I'm working. I can't make no video while I'm working. I just I just got to wait. I just gotta wait. I get home just to make a video on it. I can't. I say, oh man, they, they always be like bother me talking something. So you gotta, so you working? I say yes, I'm working. Be- because some people online just be thinking that YouTubers just don't work and stuff like that. I say yes, shoot, I got to work because that's what I'm not PewDiePie who making all this money just off of
Yeah, personal
posting.
life comes first.
Yeah, yeah, I be telling them that, and so they try to tell me something. Cause you make a video on this, video on that. I say no, because that's I'm working, and 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 plus on certain Marvel stuff and everything like that. I just don't know about something like internals and stuff like that. I don't make videos on it unless I do my research on it first, just before I make a video. And some people just don't get that sometimes. Tell us something because the people
Yeah,
online.
it's always good to get that research done first. Make sure you know what you're talking about, then just going live and being like, all right, and not knowing what you're talking about.
Yeah, because the characters I know about mostly is DC characters and some Marvel characters that was like on the mainstream, some like X Men's, I know about X-Men. I know about some of the Avengers based on the video games and stuff like that. That wasn't a video game Ultimate Alliance. I know about those characters. I know about
Fun
DC.
games.
Yeah, the games and stuff like that. It's something like this new Avengers game is not as good as the old Ultimate Alliance game that came out back in the day. Man, I was so disappointed, man. I hear that. I was so disappointed. I hear about the news just about the this new Avengers game just for following a new Captain Marvel. Um, dang, what's her name? Dang,
Miss Marvel.
yeah, yeah. Miss Marvel to follow her because of this. Me telling some why would you follow Miss Marvel during this adventure just on the end of the world? Should you be following Iron Man, the
It, it,
Hulk?
have you played the game, or is this just like what you've heard?
Man, so I play that thing a little bit. I I, I,
Okay.
I brought it back. I brought it back.
The story is very slow to begin with,
Yeah,
but once it gets rolling, it really starts going because it's the Avengers reforming, but from a different perspective. So I think if you actually give the story like a full on chance, it's really good. The story
okay.
is like the best part of the whole game. You know, the gameplay is really grindy and it's just okay, and then the marketplace system is absolute trash. It's so stupid that you have to pay $60 for a game, and
Yeah,
then
that's dumb.
it's so microtransaction based with having to get all these like cosmetics that doesn't even really
Yeah.
add anything to the game, but then you get the characters for free.
Uh-huh. Well, that's
But
kind of dumb though. That's kind of dumb, in my opinion.
it really is.
Because like games like Cyberpunk and stuff like that, I understand the reason why you probably got to pay a little extra price because that game could transfer from that one onto the new systems and stuff like that. And but the thing about it, those new Xboxes, man, it's hard to find. It's hard to
Yeah.
find.
I luckily got one of the new PlayStations. I got
Yeah.
very lucky.
But the thing is, I'm not a PlayStation person no more. I switched over to Xbox just on the Xbox 360. Ever since then, I would team Xbox. Because like the PS3 did me wrong, bro. Because the
I
PS3, because the PS3, they were hyping up and said it could play Blu-ray. I put in a Blu-ray, it couldn't even play it. I was mad because I said, wait a minute, this company lied to me. And then I brought it back just for the Xbox 360 and for the Xbox 360 could have played the Blu-rays and stuff like that, Blu-rays, DVDs and stuff like that, and inside that system, and I just stick with that. And
Yeah, I've always preferred more a PlayStation. But I do have an Xbox One. I'll probably get a Series X later on because I think there's some games that's only going to be on that. I'm excited for.
yeah, because they say they bought the company Bethesda,
Bethesda.
I think
Yeah,
Bethesda.
Bethesda.
And boy, so them PlayStation people is gonna be salty because
Right. You're having people like me who's usually just PlayStation going to want to get an Xbox just so I can play the new Elder Scrolls.
yeah.
I love Skyrim. That's one of my favorite games. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
gonna.
that and and plus the new game that I want on Xbox is and it's just I want another DC universe. That's the one I want. Updated and this 2.0 version sound like Avengers video game, but that's what this do it better. It's something like you could make your own characters and stuff like that.
Are you talking about the MMO?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
it
that's still going on. But yeah, they could do
yeah,
like a next gen patch because like the Elder Scrolls Online, that's getting a huge update in a couple weeks, a few weeks. It's not that far away.
okay.
It looks crazy how good, but yeah, that game doesn't really ever like update graphics wise.
It,
It could if they wanted to, but gameplay is still solid with it.
yeah, because you look at it, that DC Universe game aged well, and some like the new Avengers game and stuff like that would not age well if they don't fix the bugs and stuff that's in it. That game when that aged well sound like The Witcher, the Witcher, just for Project City Red. They had bugs in that game. They fixed it, and that game aged well because the gamers just were patient and stick with
Yeah.
it.
Hopefully, same thing will happen with Cyberpunk, but we'll see.
The I think they would fix that though. Then just give them at least about a year
Yeah.
to 6 months. I think
I've heard
they
it's
fix
already
that
gotten
game.
a lot better, and it's only been how long? Half a
Yeah,
year.
yeah. That
And that half a year has passed by quick.
yeah, shoot, man, that just do pass. It passed by fast when you working and stuff like that. Just try to save money. Oh man, because think about it, I just try to save money to get myself a PC or something like that. Then,
Yeah, I need to get a good one.
yeah, because time for me, I just might get a cheap PC at first or stuff like that, and just to see how that do. Sound like a PC that's not too cheap, but still good and stuff like that to be able to fix it. I said, oh man, those games that man, those games for Xbox, yeah, you could log onto the system. I think the new ones. I think it's something like the Xbox app thing on your computer. I think it's something like that. If you download it, you probably can play games on there. If
Oh
you
yeah,
buy,
with the what's it called? The cloud? Is that what you're talking about?
yeah,
Yeah, sounds cool. Too bad my internet's trashed or I can't do it.
yeah, that's the problem though. Because damn, I mean, I'm just like to plug up just my console stuff just in the back of my PC to be able to play it like that. Because shoot,
That's the way to go.
because my internet go bad, I'm messed up, and that'd be the problem. And that's the one I don't like. Just when the internet go bad, and it sounds like the shows that I think Marvel probably could do good by and probably could come up real good on Disney Plus is Moon Knight. Something like I think for Moon Knight, if they actually do if they don't actually hold back, sound like Disney usually do for these shows and stuff like that.
I think they are going to, but supposedly what they're leading up to with a lot of these characters
Mm-hmm.
is Midnight Suns, and that makes a lot of sense because they're building up Moon Knight, they're building up Blade, and so
Shall
they're
be a
building up
Ghost
these different
Rider.
members of Midnight Suns, and they're going to do their own next Avengers like movie. So that's going to be cool.
Shall we need a Ghost Rider? That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, supposedly that's what they should be building up, since
Yeah,
Ghost Rider is like one of the big main members of that. So that'd be amazing. I love
because
me some Ghost Rider.
be, because think about my opinion, if I was over Disney, I would have already cast a Blade. I would already cast a Ghost Rider. I would already be filming on them shows before before the Falcon and plus the Winter Soldier and Loki came up. I've been with to start filming all those shows ahead of time.
They're working on it. Just got to be patient.
But the thing about Disney is they always late with this stuff. It sounds like I was mad this when Ant-Man um wasn't in Ultron.
Infinity War.
No, Ant-Man wasn't in Ultron. They made Ultron and stuff like that. Cause you look at
Oh,
it,
okay.
it sounds like Ant-Man this has something to do with it, Hank Pym. But the thing is, they gave everything to Tony Iron Man. And I was mad at that. I said, wait a minute, I know like I read the comics right. And Ant-Man because I read the comics to make sure that after I look at the movie, I said Iron Man didn't make Ultron. That was Ant Man just doing experiment stuff like that. But the thing is, Disney is doing it on um they just doing their own version of the comics.
Yeah, it's cool that we get the own versions of the movies because then you don't know exactly what's going to happen.
But the thing about it
It's your
is,
own story.
but it's kind of different that with media. that Judge movie sound like Zack Snyder did one just with Batman v Superman. Sound like the comics, but then just his own version. But that's what it judged him talking about something. That's not in the comics. That's not how it is. But that's what Ultron, the Avengers, Ultron wasn't just like the comics, and y'all didn't kill that movie for not following the comics, but you do for Batman v Superman, which is dumb in my opinion, because you got to do this and that. If you got to judge this movie harsh, judge that movie the same way like you do that movie based on story, building stories and characters and stuff like that. In my opinion, but since the media just biased to Disney, I think. But that's just my opinion. That the companies sound like the movie critics are just too scared to judge Disney movies harshly. Certain ones that had bad story elements. You could look at Ultron right now. That like in WandaVision, they changed her origins in that show. Because I'm looking at that, I say, wait a minute. That I was looking at WandaVision and look at Ultron. Up in Ultron, there was experiments on. They were called enhance everything like that. But time for WandaVision, they changed out all up and said that she always been a witch and everything else like that. In my opinion,
Yeah, it's interesting how they changed that point.
but I was kind of mad at that because this me talking so stick with the origin. Don't try to change this to change that. But so that's just me, in my opinion. Telling something, man, you shouldn't be changing your origins up and down the up and down your show because, like in my opinion, some like some of my friends, right, that was new to the Marvel universe and stuff like that, and just now looking at One Division and stuff like that, and finish looking at One Division, they had asked me, talk some, why did Marvel change the origins of this Wanda? I said, oh shucks. I said, oh shucks. This gotta take a whole 30 minutes, 2 hours to explain all this based on the movies. I said, oh, then shoot, then and plus on the and plus I told them is that Marvel this was changing the origins to be able to correlate just for the future, that just for the Marvel universe. I think, in my opinion, it just tried to change it. They just try to change it since they just got the rights to X-Men, and that's why they changed the origin. I think.
Yeah, they're definitely going to do something weird with how they introduce X-Men.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how they do it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it though. I mean,
Yeah.
it'll be cool.
Because the first character I might want to see for X-Men is like is Wolverine, Cyclops, or Storm. Though or Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, or just Professor Xavier. Those the four characters I want to see introduced inside these shows. Because they mutants got to start popping up ever since that happened just for one division. And she started changing people into in the one division show. She had people under her control. But the thing is, something like they had arrested the man, but it didn't arrest one division, Wanda. But the thing is, like you can't really arrest Wanda because you got nobody with powers that work for the law.
Pretty
Because
much.
yeah, because like in my opinion, if they would have introduced um um Professor Xavier or some kind of Magneto inside this show, besides on One Division, that would have been much better. I think if they would have introduced Reed Richards, because this show
I'm
needed
excited. I'm excited that we're finally getting a Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Then because the first one was Jessica Alba, I like that one. I like the first one. I like the first one. Now the first one was
Agreed.
cool. The second one, they just had to do too much, and this should have made that a 4-movie arc. I think a 4-movie arc. And
Silly to have Galactus as a storm. So
yeah,
silly.
yeah, that was done because for me, right? I was in school around that time. I was in high school or elementary or something like that. I said, wait a minute now. Galactus is not a storm. He's a big old giant man that like to eat Earth. He eat planets because he wouldn't come in a form just of a storm.
Right.
That's dumb. And Fox always messed up. The thing about Fox is Fox makes some movies good, but the thing is that after they're good movies, Fox always find a way to make 2 bad movies. Sound like I said, yeah, that First Class good. X-Men First Class be good. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's a
I
good movie. That's one of my favorite X-Men
got my
movies.
faith in that movie. That the X-Men First Class be good, but the next
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah.
Apocalypse, I say, get down, Fox.
Meh.
Just just when I start to have faith back in you, and you find a way to screw it up, the
There's
faith I had.
Apocalypse, which is just meh in my opinion. But then right after that, you get what I think is like the worst X-Men movie, Dark Phoenix. That was just so bad.
Yeah, are both of them. One good ones, 2 bad ones. That's how Fox pattern go. I say, come on.
Well, there was the First Class, then Days of Future Past, which I think is the best X-Men movie.
Yeah.
So that's 2
Then
good, and then there's 2
X2 was
bad
good.
after that.
X2 was good, and X1 was decent. X1
Yes.
X1 just was decent, and X2 was better. First Class and Future Pass. After those movies, just done.
Yeah, X3 wasn't good either.
Yeah, the X-Men 3. I say, come on.
We just completely skipped over it because of how bad it was.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, but the thing is, the second movie just was so good. After the first one, it just got better and better. But just when the third one came, I said, God dug it. I was mad, bro. I said, come on, please don't do this to me right now. Because you find a way. Fox, Fox as a company always find a way to down your expectations. Man, I'll be mad, bro. I say, really? I would start having to have faith. I would brag about the company online, telling some Fox is back. X-Men 1 good, X-Men 2 good. When X-Men 3 came out, I put my head down. I put my head down in embarrassment in school, bro. Because my friends had told
They
me,
just can't do their trilogies. Or whenever you look at the Wolverine trilogy, it's sort of reversed, you know? It starts out with the worst one, and then the
yeah,
second one's okay. And then you
yeah,
have, third one Logan, which is just
yeah, that was the best one.
great. That was so good. I think Logan's better than any of the other X-Men movies. Like that's such a good movie.
But the thing is, like, Hugh Jackman was mad because that's what he was there for about 10, 12 years before Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Reynolds got his Deadpool movie rated R. He couldn't get his, and plus all that time he was there, and you get him just them 2 bad PG-13 movies, I would have been mad too. Because
Yeah.
because you give Ryan Reynolds his Deadpool radar movie the first time he asked for it. The first time he asked for it, man, you give it to him. But that's what Tom Wolverine. That is a rated R character for his own movie. That you can't do it. That's dumb. That's dumb in my opinion. But shit, that's dumb. That is dumb in my opinion. That is when I think of and stuff like that. But the thing is, some people might not like it. Might not like my opinion on that. because sound like in my opinion, like I think that Gina Carano could make a good Wonder Woman just for sound like a Earth 2 Wonder Woman just with Val
That
Zardis.
that would be interesting, actually. I've never considered Carano for Wonder Woman. That is a very interesting idea.
And because she got a fan base just from Mandalorian already. If she go to DC, she would bring her fan base with her. If DC were thinking, it sound like just steal her just for Disney, since Disney just being stubborn like in Star Wars over there, it might not bring her over. And you know, I say okay, since Disney being
Yeah, it
stubborn,
could be a way to bring in new DC fans for sure.
that because you look at it, that'd be a way to stick it to Disney if you want to compete with them. Just still their actors.
Yeah, I mean that happened with the filmmaker, James Gunn, after Disney
Yep.
falsely fired him, and then they
Yeah.
signed him up for Suicide Squad, and now he's
Yeah.
working on Peacemaker, and then after that, I'll be doing Guardians 3. I'm super excited for Suicide Squad though. Like I
Yeah.
love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. The first Guardians of the Galaxy movie is my favorite MCU movie.
That
So I'm super excited to see what he's going to do with Suicide Squad.
sound like for the Suicide Squad movie that coming out this year, I will be doing just for some kind of watch party on it. That a watch party for that movie. The just the new Suicide Squad movie. But the thing is, I'm just gonna know what's time it coming out because that's what if it come out too late, I'll probably gotta do the watch party the next day. But that's what I'm still gonna do the watch party for that. Some like for certain movies, some like the Mortal Kombat movie, the new one that came out. I did some kind of watch party for that. If you see on my channel as a live thing and stuff like that, I did one for that. And this would have been the next movie I would be doing a watch party for is Suicide Squad because because the first Suicide Squad was decent just until the villain came up.
I don't really like that first
Yeah,
Suicide Squad much at all.
I
I
like the
the,
first
the
one.
the things I liked about it though was I think Harley Quinn and Deadshot were good characters. I like those
Yeah,
two characters.
just carry those two characters over just the new Suicide Squad team. I think that just put those two in it. Sound like with Will Smith and Idris Elba, like on the same screen. Boy, that jump be tight because
That'd
I
be
both
crazy, but too bad Will Smith didn't want to do it.
know the thing about it. I don't think he wanted to do it because he didn't know who were gonna make the movies and stuff like that. And plus knowing Will Smith, he be busy and stuff like that, doing his endorsements and stuff like that. And you got to tell him um what movies you making and stuff and script you gonna do because he loved Deadshot. He say he loved the character. He loved the character Deadshot. He say, but the thing is, he wanted his own movie, and DC out like they wouldn't give it to him. But you get a Joker his own movie. I said that's dumb. That's backwards. Just give Deadshot his own movie, Will Smith his own movie, and plus the movie would have made money anyway because that's what it's Will
Mm,
Smith. It's Will Smith on the screen. Just doing
yeah,
Deadshot.
fair point. Fair point. People do like their Will Smith.
Because think about it.
Just for the general audience, I think people would like it. Will Smith with guns.
Yeah. Yeah, it throw some jokes in there that sound like Will Smith just like to say some of his phrases up in the movie. Just make it, just make it kind of serious and stuff like that. But the thing is, you gonna have to make his villain kind of hard, or just his target just hard to find. I think it sound like that. Sound like Deathstroke. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. it I think the Deathstroke movie is still coming out, right?
Live action? I don't think there's one in development.
Oh shucks, dang.
But the animated one, do you watch it? The animated ones? I really like
Yeah,
the Deathstroke animated movie. I thought that was really good.
yeah. Then they need to use that just as a template to make the live action Deathstroke movie. I think if they could use that just as a template, just as a template, just
It would
as
be amazing to have a live action Deathstroke movie. I think Deathstroke is such a cool character.
yeah, because think about it, he is the only character besides the Joker, besides the Joker, Deathstroke, and that those the only two that can take Batman to his limits besides the Riddler without fighting him. Because you know that Deathstroke is smart and he mental
Yeah,
too.
Deathstroke, he could do some pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, and plus, who was that villain for Batman? Who found out just his identity? I think he was in that game, that last Batman game. Dang, nah.
Who are you talking about?
It it was the new Batman. You made a new Batman game just where everybody find out just who Batman was.
Arkham
And
Knight?
yeah, Arkham Knight.
Uh,
Arkham
are,
Knight.
are, are you talking about that new character, Arkham Knight?
Yeah, he was tight too. But the thing is, he Jason Todd, isn't it?
Yeah, yep.
But the thing is, I thought Jason Todd was Red Hood unless he changed his name.
Yeah, no, that was the whole twist with the game. Because by
Oh,
the end
okay.
of it, he became from Arkham Knight, and then he turned into Red Hood.
Oh yeah, I knew it was something. I say, wait a minute now. I was playing the game and stuff like that. I said, wait a minute now. He changed his costume a little bit. I said, oh shucks. And plus, in one of the DLCs, wasn't Harley Quinn pregnant?
I actually haven't played through the DLCs. I have them downloaded. I need to replay through Arkham Knight. Last year I replayed all the way through Origins and then Asylum and then City, doing
Yeah,
like all the extra side stuff I could, except for some of the stuff in City, because all of the great side stuff in City is weak, in my opinion. Like City has the best story. The City is my favorite one, but a lot
yeah.
of the side stuff is just annoying in it. Well, Arkham
Ye-
Knight has a lot of really good side quests in it, but that's the one I need to finish replaying. Whenever I get into it, I'll probably end up just restarting the game because I never
Yeah.
got that far in my replay.
Mm-hmm. Because thing about my opinion, like it's something like if they can make a real good if they can make good movies based on side characters of Batman, sound like the Nightwing, because we need a Nightwing movie. We need a Batgirl
Yeah,
movie.
they should expand on the
But
Bat family.
yeah,
Did you hear the
but
DC news today about Batgirl movie coming to HBO Max?
yeah, that oh yeah, I heard about that. But the thing is, who gonna be Batgirl?
Or wait, you mean actress? I don't know.
That
It's in early development.
just the actress I'll pick is Debbie Ryan. Since she young and stuff like that.
I
Because you
can't do fan casts, or else I'd provide one. But fan casts aren't my
um
thing.
um I probably would have picked the girl that was in the Rock movie, the Rock movie, San Andreas, Alexandria, or something like that. I think that's her name, or just the girl for Cobra Kai, Samantha.
You have plenty of options, that's for sure.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
but
it's interesting they're using it as a test on HBO Max, and maybe hopefully it'll lead to other Bat Family movies. Like you were saying Nightwing, or who I'd really like is Rob. I'd love to see Red Hood, and I
yeah,
really like the basic Robin too was like Tim Drake. Isn't that the
yeah,
one that uses the sword and stuff?
that
Yeah, I really like those two. Those
no,
are
the
my
one
two
with the
favorite
sword,
Robins,
that
Red Hood and
the one with the sword, that's Damian Wayne. That's Batman's son.
yeah, that one. I like the Robin that uses the sword, and then I like Red Hood. Those are my two
Yeah,
favorites.
no, it's one more Nightwing. It's the black one, Lucius' son. Remember, he was training. He was training behind his daddy back, and Batman was training him. Lucius Fox's son. Yeah, he was up in the animated movie. I'm trying to figure out his name. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
wait a minute. Let me see. I'm trying to look up. He had his son name. It was Lucius Fox's son. And
All right, here. Let's see what pops up. But yeah, in the comics, he's the new He's a new Batman. What's he called? Like the next Batman, I think.
I
Luke
don't think
Luke Fox. Is this who you're talking about?
Lucius Fox's
Lucas.
son. That
His name's
you remember
Lucas
that?
Fox. Is what this says.
Let me see his name. Lucius. It's Batwing. Batwing.
Oh, Batwing.
That that is Lucius Fox's son, and he is a better fighter than Nightwing anyway. Because
Oh,
he's
this dude. Okay. Okay.
and because he used to be one of mixed martial arts fighters in the comic books, and Batman just added on just to his skill set just by
I'm not
training.
familiar with this character at all. I'll be completely honest.
Um,
Oh,
he was an
so yeah,
arrow.
there's two of them. So yeah, Luke Fox is the name.
Yeah.
All right, interesting. I don't know this character really at all. Like I've seen him around in
Um,
like some, you know,
they had ruined
pictures of
him.
showing the whole Bat family, but I've never really known this
No,
character at all.
no, they had ruined him and Batwoman. The black man and Batwoman. You met Batwoman just that failed show that keep on getting the second season.
Oh, I haven't seen any of that. No.
Yeah, that he supposed to be a Luke Fox, but the thing is that's not really Luke Fox, which is dumb in my opinion. And plus for me, I am glad that's not Luke Fox because that's what that was Luke Fox that man that playing that show. Man, shucks, we 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 will never get another black sidekick as a movie. He was our Luke Fox.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything new Batwoman. I've heard it's pretty bad, and I have
Yeah,
enough other shows to watch, so I'm just gonna skip it.
that I'm trying to watch that whole season that whole first season of Batwoman. I'll try watching it and I'll try giving it a chance. That show do not make no sense based on laws up in that city like some like the cops right in Gotham City right because like certain cops in Gotham don't like Batman
Hmm.
in Gotham City, but that's what just when Batwoman come along, they all of a sudden like her. I say no, that just don't make no sense because that's what if they don't like Batman, they sure won't like Batwoman.
Yeah, I guess whatever you think about that doesn't really make sense because it's like okay, because all these cops I guess don't like them is either breaking their corrupt system, or B
Yeah,
they just don't like someone else doing their job of trying to keep a you know
yeah,
uh doing their job of trying to intact the law. I guess is the other way you could look at it. But
yeah,
Batwoman's still doing the same thing. It's,
and
she's still kicking ass in her own way and
yeah,
doing all
yeah.
the
I
detective
just
stuff
don't get.
Batman does.
Yeah, I just don't get the reason why you get this character favorable promotion on some your newsstand, but just Batman just been doing it for years, and plus you wanted him in jail. I said, come on, because your cars couldn't handle the Joker, y'all couldn't handle Deathstroke, y'all couldn't handle Two Face, and plus all the mob people without Batman. Why y'all even complaining? Because I just want a cop. I would have been glad that on a Batman would just out there helping me. Because he could help me get back home a little bit earlier. That's just me. That is me, in my opinion. Just what I would think that what would happen in me, in my opinion. And
So have you seen? I have a quick side bit. I'm gonna ask you really quick.
okay.
Have you seen the new DC animated movie that was announced today?
Which one was that? That one that
So a part of Justice Society of America just came out.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that yet. I don't know if it's good or bad yet. But next up is The Long Halloween. We're getting a part 1 and part 2. And anyway, we got the Blu-ray special features revealed for part 2.
Okay.
And in that, we're getting a DC showcase for the next animated movie, which is going to be an Injustice movie, which I am super excited for.
Oh,
because
yeah.
Injustice is one of the first big DC storylines I got into. And so I'm super excited to see what that's going to lead to. I guess Injustice really got me into fighting games.
Yeah,
So,
it sound like the first comic book I read was a Superman comic book, was Superman and Spider-Man. Those was the two first comic books I opened up. When I was younger, because sound like, in my opinion, sound like Mike comic. You know him, Mike. He don't like Christopher Nolan movies. Mike, the comic book shop owner, I think. He one of the YouTubers, I think, Mike. And plus he hate the Christopher Nolan trilogy. I said, how do you hate the Christopher Nolan trilogy?
I think Dark Knight is still my favorite superhero movie. I still think that's probably the best superhero movie there is. I really like it.
So, like I think if they could bring back Ben Affleck just for a Batman movie, boy, and plus I think if they give him the good script, a good script, and give him creative control over just his own Batman movie, like it could be good, in my opinion.
Yeah. Original plan was to have, him go up against Deathstroke, and that would have been amazing. I wish we saw actually Joe Manganiello's
Yeah,
Deathstroke in action. I wish we would have gotten that, but oh well, it
because
is
you
what
look
it
at it
is.
right, because you look at it right, they said this new Batman is not part of this Prime universe. That's what bring bring back Ben Affleck Batman and bring in Damian Wayne and and, and put look you bring Damian Wayne, so you bring in Talia al Ghul, and when you bring in Talia al Ghul, you bring in the League of Shadows, and that's
Yeah,
how.
such a big interconnected universe. Yeah, I hope with this whole new universe plan, they are going to bring in more of the Bat family, and I feel like they're going to use Batgirl on HBO Max to test the waters. But
Yeah.
I hope it works out because I love to see Red Hood. I'd love to see Nightwing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we have Titans, but that's Titans.
But the thing about it, Birds of Prey, man, the Birds of Prey just had disappointed me because that's what Batgirl, Batwoman, or Oracle supposed to be the one that just started that group, not no Harley Quinn, and that was done to start that made that movie all about Harley Quinn, in my opinion, and you should bring Oracle and Batgirl as part of that
They
as
advertise
part of
that
that.
movie as a Birds of sort of silly. The movie's called Birds of Play, and then whatever of Harley Quinn. And that's very clearly a Harley Quinn movie, barely having Birds of Prey in it.
Because you gotta name it Birds of Prey. At least
And the Birds of
At
Prey
least,
they did wasn't even that good.
yeah.
It was trash. It was Harley Quinn. The Harley Quinn was not very Harley Quinny.
And
The best part I liked of that movie was Ian McGregor as Black Mask. Everything else I didn't like.
they got him out of there, and he was a good villain. And they could use him for about 3 or 4 movies. If you look at it, just for the Batman series, they could use him for about 3 or 4 movies inside the Batman series. And they can use him just as a side character, or just as a main character that was working behind the scenes just to beat Batman. They could have used that. They could have used that character Black Mask just for a long time, but they kill him just for agenda. That movie was by agenda based movie, and I was mad because so you look at Birds of Prey comic, it is not an agenda comic. It's just about ability, solving crimes and stuff like that, and saving people. It
Yeah,
just
it's not a good movie at all.
man, I was mad, bro. I was so disappointed because shoot, I heard that I heard that title Birds of Prey. I was hyped.
DC really failed us last year, man. We had Birds of Prey, and then Wonder Woman 84 got completely overhyped, and I thought that one sort of fell flat too.
I actually like
Not,
that
not
movie.
nearly as bad. I think it's I think
That
that movie is like a 6 out of 10.
that I get that movie a B+, but the only thing for me to kill it would sound like everybody just been like complaining, talk about some how can I say this? That sound like Chris Pine's spirit was sound like inside somebody's body. That's what
Yeah,
that,
the
that,
whole
that person
thing's
was dead
weird.
anyway. That person was dead anyway.
Well, he wasn't dead, and it was that body was just possessed, and it was weird. It's weird. There's a way to explain it, but it's weird.
And and plus the stone they used was sound like a Loki stone, sound like one of mischievous gods, I think. And plus I think the gods ain't dead either.
Yeah, no, they haven't really touched on the gods except
Yeah.
Ares in the first one, right?
No, that the second one in 1984, that stone was made by a god.
Right.
If they find that stone, that means the god just been let go somewhere, and Wonder Woman gonna just have to find it and just put it inside that little stone again because you don't. And those one of them mischievous gods that can start some trouble because Zeus didn't never like Loki. One of
Nope.
mischievous gods, he didn't like him because he started trouble and he was evil. Because you look at the effects of that stone, so you make a wish and somebody else had died or something like that. I think the side effects of the stone, like you lose part of yourself as part of that stone, I think, or something like that, which was a good premise in my opinion. But the thing is, it sounds like they didn't execute it right to a point.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the movie had a lot. It had good moments. I liked the story. What the story it was trying to tell was good. It was definitely
Yeah,
I think it's just in some of the execution.
yeah, it
I
was.
definitely did like what it was going for, though.
Yeah, yeah. I understood now when the movie was going for it, but the thing is, it sounds like they should have put 2 villains inside that movie instead of just one. Be, because you look at Mesper Lore wasn't that big of a villain. If you look at that movie, he would just sound like an if you look at that movie, he just like a misunderstood person who just wanted to do good for his son or give his son a good life. If you look at the movie, how it was done.
I liked Maxwell Lord. He was my favorite character in the movie.
Oh yeah, I like him too, but the problem is, like in my opinion, if you gotta bring all them characters together, like Maxwell Lord and Cheetah, this should have brought back Ares, I think, when in that movie, just just to give Wonder Woman some type of trouble in between, or some of them evil zombies that big old Wonder Woman that put the Amazons be fighting sometimes. Those evil don't evil minotaurs and stuff like that.
It'd be
That
cool to see the Minotaurs and bring up more of that magic stuff for the comics. That'd be really cool. Maybe they'll go there for 3.
yeah, that like for the third one, Patty know Patty know that she can't screw this one up. She
Hopefully
can't
not.
she can't afford to screw up that one, because she screwed up that one, her career might be over.
I'm excited for Patty Jenkins doing a Star Wars movie, Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, that but she better not mess that up either, because she messed that up with
Oh
Disney.
boy.
You messed it up with Disney, boy. So you pretty much just say that your career over. So you better make your own studio.
Yeah,
Either
it'll be tough for her if it doesn't go well. But I mean, I'm thinking it'll still probably go well. I have my hopes up.
yeah. I got my hopes up, but the thing is, ever since that movie in 1984, I'm kind of iffy.
Yeah, they'll definitely be a little tempered. I'm definitely a little worried, but
Yeah.
for Rogue Squadron, it sounds like she has a lot of passion for it though. So
So,
that's really good. Like
it's like her father.
if you
It,
see
it,
her,
it was
yeah,
personal for her. It was personal for her, they say, since her father was part of the Air Force, I think. Does it sound like they say?
yeah. Her father was a pilot, so I mean, just seeing something so close to her, it's
Yeah.
I think it'll be something that she'll take her time with and actually work with. And I'm hoping, especially after the whole debacle with the sequel trilogy, that Lucasfilm will try to
Yeah.
have some of their story groups a little more closely together. So maybe they'll get some of the big names to help work out some of the story and fit it exactly
Um,
into the universe, is what I think should
something.
happen. Because I think the main problem with 1984 is like it was just like, yeah, you could just do whatever the hell you want, and it wasn't really putting any rails or
Yeah.
anything. It was just its own thing.
Yeah. Be, because you look at it like that movie, how can I say that? That big old Rose Scrounger movie need to be set in the future. Just set that movie in the future. Don't try to set it in the past. Don't try to put it in the past or nothing. Be, be- because for the last time that Disney did it, it failed. They need to put this Rose Squadron movie up in the future. Just put it in the future. Just put the sequel trilogy behind you and stuff like that. Just do in the future, in my opinion.
Yeah, they need just they need just figure out what they're wanting to do for the overall story.
Because you try to set it just for the past and stuff like that, you is gonna have all types of undue pressure on your movie if you try to set it in the past. In my opinion, just set it in the future. Just put your slate clean. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. Just put it up in the future. In my opinion, and 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 they need to do the future movies something like the Jedi's in the future too.
Yeah, I'm open to whatever stories is to tell as long as it's a good story. Just give me a
Yeah,
good story.
yeah. I just want a good story, but the thing is that just the last time it sounded like Rogue One was supposed to be in the past, but that movie was something like average, just an average movie. just
I
an
really
average.
liked Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was really good.
That some like the Rogue One that had disappointed me is some like Donnie Yen. He died on the battlefield instead of him dying fighting fighting Darth Vader, and that would have make a better fight just for Darth Vader and stuff. In my opinion, that he would have fight the Donnie Yen character just instead of some soldiers. That just with the Donnie Yen character, just try to hold him back, just while everybody else run to the ship, just for the plans and stuff like that. There's something like with Princess Leia, and everybody find out the weakness just of the Death Star, and Donnie Yen just would and Donnie Yen just would sacrifice himself just for the movie, yeah, just for the team, I think, and that would make a real good ending, I think. The Donnie Yen
Uh,
character versus Darth Vader, and that would show some of his legend. Just the reason why he was feared, I think, in my opinion.
I liked how the movie was played out.
That if they're gonna do like past movies or something like that, they need to the they need to redo. How can I say? They need to do a Force Unleashed movie just for Star Killer.
Yeah, I hope they find a way of where they could bring back or honor a lot of these, big EU characters, because there's a lot of EU characters that they could bring back. They brought back Thrawn. He's canon. He's doing very well in the books right now, so that's really cool. But
Yeah,
and he's going to be on screen on Ahsoka at least, and he might end up being like the main overall villain in like Mandalorian and such too.
yeah. That and the Thorn might be uh, just for a main villain, just for Mandalorian for about 2 seasons. I think if you look at it, could you look at it, Thorn is a smart character. He's smart, and
Yep.
plus and plus he thinks at least about three, 3 or 4 steps ahead. If you look at it, that's like
He,
smart.
he's the best ever tactician. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean he's so crazy. You could look at a battle and like almost instantly know. Like he has to sure look a battlefield, so like instantly know. He's like, all right, this is what we're doing.
yeah. But
He's a very cool character. He's one of my favorite Star Wars characters.
he was one of my favorite Star Wars villains besides Darth Vader, and plus I thought I wouldn't find another villain that I like besides Darth Vader, but so I
Yeah, no,
found
no,
him.
no one beats Darth Vader. No one beats Darth Vader.
Yeah, that Darth Vader is my number one, and Thrawn was my number two. Yep.
Yeah, that's how I'd probably put it for me as well. I mean, Palpatine's really cool.
Yeah, Palpatine cool,
He'd
but
probably be my three, or Darth Maul would be three.
no, my third is Darth Plagueis, the older one
Oh,
before
Darth
be-
before
just before
Palpatine, yeah.
yeah, that would have been my third one. But the thing is, half new characters just need movies though, and
Yeah,
and
I hope they expand on Plagueis and canon. They might do that with the Acolyte series. I'm very excited to see what they're doing with the Acolyte series, because that's going to be an ending to the High Republic era. I think it's cool that they're capping off all the High Republic books with a show that's at
mhm.
the end of the era, is what it looks like. So that's going to be cool to see.
that because like the High Republic, they wasn't out to a good start since the YouTube video they had out talking some diversity animals. I say, wait a minute, why is diversity on the chart? That's dumb. Just pick the best actor just for the best part. I don't care about skin color. They don't care about skin color. Just pick the best person just for the job. Don't.
I don't feel like it's forced. Like, yeah, I can see that they went for it, but I don't feel like it was forced, especially with a big whole new
yeah.
setting in the whole Star Wars universe. But I really recommend the first High Republic book that came out. What was it called? Light of the Jedi. It's definitely worth
Okay.
a read.
Okay. I'm probably going to find that book at, at my job or something like that because should I find that book, I just will buy it.
It's a good read. It does a lot of setup for this whole new past universe because it's set 200 years before Phantom Menace.
Oh, okay.
So and it sets up cool villains. It's a cool place to start, especially uh, if you're a book reader at all.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm a book and comic book reader.
Okay. Do you read much of the Star Wars stuff?
Um, I read some of those online. I buy it online sometimes. Some of the books online, and plus the ones I like was the one with Darth Vader hunting down the Jedi's and stuff like that. Because shoot, the thing in my opinion, I see more of him in action, like in animated in the books, more than live action thing.
Yeah. His comics are awesome. I love the Darth Vader series that came out 3, 4 years ago by
Yeah,
Charles Soule. Those are really good.
man, I
Oh,
was
how did it begin? Anyway, it was just really good because you saw because it was like it's set shortly after Revenge of the Sith, so you saw like all the Inquisitors come together.
yeah.
And you saw him go. You saw him get his lightsaber. That was the first arc.
Oh,
And then
okay.
later on, you saw him hunt down Jedi. You saw him hunt down that old lady Jedi. I don't remember her name. She was like the librarian in the
Um, oh,
prequels.
oh shucks, I forgot her name. God dug it.
And then I remember the third arc was all like underwater based, and that whole like what's that water world called? I don't remember, but you had like the species that like Admiral Akbar is.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I remember him. I remember him at bar man because shucks, man, it did him wrong in the sequel trilogy. It did him
They
wrong,
really did. It's like, dang, you really just killing off a fan favorite character like that? Come on.
man. Shucks, man. Yeah. Um, I was finna do a 5 hour rant based on that, bro. I'm finna do a 5 hour rant online about that. But that's what you know. What I say, just let me calm down. I calmed down. I didn't do it, but I was mad, bro. I saw that movie. I said,
Last shit
really,
I didn't do.
man?
There's a lot of stuff that I think Last Jedi did cool, but there's a lot of stuff that didn't do good at all.
No, the thing about it is like he was trying to make his own rules up based on the Force. But the thing is, if you read the comics and you know the rules of the Force, then you could make a template of the movie based on that. But 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 the thing is, Ryan Johnson, he was too talking, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely messed up with it because Force Awakens I thought was a really good movie and it had a lot of promise for a trilogy, and The Last Jedi definitely broke that. It set up Rise of Skywalker for failure, but I think Rise of Skywalker is a worse movie
Man,
because it didn't try to do anything new. All it did was try to course correct The Last Jedi, or I feel like
that's
it
the
didn't need
problem.
to. It could have just carried
That
it on and tried to actually come up with a new story. But instead, it was just running around in circles, in my opinion, and not really try to accomplish much.
yeah, and plus my problem with the third one always fall back on the second one because you look at it, Disney didn't just have a plan for that.
They
Disney
should have
didn't
had a
have,
plan. I mean,
man, I was
it's
mad
silly that
too.
they didn't.
Man, I was mad, bro. When I found out Disney didn't have a plan, cause I look at the movies, you know, I said, Tom, I could have told that Disney didn't had no plan based on the movies that she just putting out. Batman, Batman v Superman is better than just in that movie. I was mad, bro. I said, man, and that was the movie I was more hyped for. Just in the first one that came out, there's the Jedi, the Star Wars one, the first one, the sequel trilogy. The first one was good, but I was more hyped for the second one to see what things.
Yeah, especially like Force Awakens is great. Left such a great promise
Yeah,
because everyone came out of this and were like, oh, this is what we get for Star Wars now. This is awesome. All right, give me for the second one, and then it happened. Last Jedi happened.
yeah, and boy, so my spirits got down. But my spirit was so down. I say, oh man, I walk out of the theater sad, bro, because because my parents look at me telling something just that somebody died or something that you know. I said, nope. This is movie. Just with that movie, just with that bad. On certain parts, I said, oh man, and I was mad after that movie.
Yeah, since Last Jedi, there hasn't really been a good Star Wars movie, in my opinion. I didn't like Solo. I guess it's a fun
No,
movie, but the movie was pointless. We didn't need a Han Solo story.
I don't
All
get the reason why that people like Han Solo. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's not Han Solo.
I love Han Solo in the original trilogy and
Yeah,
Force Awakens and whatever comics and stuff they have with him in like the original trilogy era and the time in between original trilogy and sequel trilogy. But like
yeah,
the one in Solo, I just didn't really like that much. I mean, I knew going into it, of course, it wasn't going to be any Harrison Ford, but it's like
yeah,
all the story points all the big Han Solo story moments we already knew because it was referenced in the original trilogy.
man. I was mad, bro. I say, really, really, you gotta give me, you just gotta give me a Han Solo movie without a character that don't, without an actor and a character that don't even act close to the Han Solo. Because shoot, I look at the movie Han Solo and look at Harrison Ford back in the old trilogy days. Those two don't even act alike. And Donald Glover. And Donald Glover in that movie disappointed me, man. He disappointed me because shoot, because that character was trying to be Billy D. Williams in the younger version. I said, nope, brother, so that's not you. I was mad after that. After that movie, I was done. I I was done with Star Wars just until the big old Mandalorian came out, and plus the Rise of the Jedi with J.J. Abrams. When J.J. Abrams made the third one, I thought that movie would have been better, but it wasn't.
Nope. I mean, I liked it at first for the first couple times I saw it, and then once I watched it at home, and I'm like, yeah, no, thank you,
Yeah,
you're trash.
that's the test of the Washington theaters make the experience seem good and stuff like that. But the thing is,
Exactly. I do. I have that experience with so many movies. I really
yeah,
enjoyed it in theaters. I watch it at home, and I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it as much. Just the whole theater experience. Nothing like
yeah,
going to a theater and just
yeah, and, and but the
yeah.
thing about it, some of these streaming services is gonna be shutting down. That once these stuff get back to normal and getting back into the theater experience, sound like Paramount might be shutting down with this small experience thing. I think they're just not starting because like in my experience, why would Paramount start a streaming service? That was dumb.
They have some properties, but I don't think it's
Enough just
the big properties they have. They haven't been doing much with. Like
They got Power Rangers, but they got nothing with it.
well, let's see, they got Star Trek, but they've been doing silly stuff with Star Trek.
Yeah.
They own all the Nickelodeon stuff. I'd love for them to do like a proper, more mature Ninja Turtles, but
That
but with Nickelodeon stuff, that's not going to happen because that's just turned to a kids show property at this point. The only proper turtles we're going to see nowadays is in the comics.
Yeah, that if they would have got Power Rangers and Teenage Ninja Turtles to Netflix, boy, you would see a whole new thing dealing with animation and stuff like that and live action. That you would give Netflix and Netflix put them two properties in theaters. Boy, Power Rangers would have been better, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would have been better. Because think about it, Netflix is just not scared to take it there. Time for the violence and action and stuff like that. In my opinion. Wait a minute. Don't Netflix got Ultraman too?
Yeah, Netflix did that Ultraman series.
Yeah,
I like that. I don't know anything Ultraman, but I watched it and I liked it.
yeah, sound like the old Ultraman back in the day. Like
I haven't seen any of them.
the older one I see that like the one up in Japan, like he grow for a small human and he goes to a giant. The first that just the very first Ultraman, but the one that's in the Netflix series, he sounded like the son. I think it's something like that. Ultraman.
Yeah, it was a younger person they used.
Yeah, it sounds like it. If they could bring that version of the show onto the big screen, boy, Disney, Disney and DC will be in trouble. Because you look at it, Mass Rider, right? It came from Hassan, where Power Rangers everything at. Because you bring out Ultraman, you bring out Mass Rider, and you bring out Power Rangers, Mass Rider, and Ultraman together, all in one movie, that can rival just the Avengers if you look at it.
Yeah.
Because we all know that Netflix just want to compete with Disney type of theater numbers and stuff like that. And plus Paramount and stuff like that need some money just for Hasbro and just to try to stay afloat. That would be good. Because you heard about the Power Rangers fan film, the pussy coming out, the Legend, just the White Dragon. They had a trailer
Power
for it.
Rangers?
Yeah, they had a fan film.
I'm not into Power Rangers at all. I'm sorry.
That,
Power Rangers is not my thing.
That's actually good. The Power Rangers series, like you look at the one Life for the one that's in Japan, they actually take it more seriously and stuff like that, and 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 puts the subjects is much more serious and stuff like that, and puts the one in America it's much more dumbed down based on American rules over here, and we can't do certain stuff. Because of an American TV shows that you can't do, they can't do a show certain stuff just for a kids show over here. But the thing is that up in Japan, they actually allow it, much more action and stuff like that, and violence. I said, oh man, it's actually better in certain aspects, in my opinion. But the thing is, that just what I think that did you saw the one just for 2017?
Yes.
That sound like the one the Japanese people probably did, but the thing is, it would have been better, and and plus the fight scenes would have been longer, and they would have fight more than one time for the villains and stuff like that. Because you recognize the Japanese stuff be better than American stuff most of the time. The time for animation and stuff like that, and comics now. Yeah, because you look at it, just the top selling comics is manga. I say, really, manga is beating comics, but the thing is, I understand the reason why the manga is beating comics because the thing about it, the manga is worrying about just a good story. That's why the comics.
Yeah, lots of good stories happening in manga, and with anime being so big now.
Yeah.
But comics is more my thing. I like. There's some anime I like. Like Death Note, I think is a great series. If you haven't watched that, it's definitely worth checking out.
Okay.
I think it's on Netflix.
Okay.
But yeah, Death Note is really good. Or Castlevania on Netflix. I need to finish that final season up. But that's really good too.
Seth, I'm on season. I'm on six. I'm halfway. I'm halfway through season 1 just with Castlevania because shoot, I was so busy just trying to catch up just on old shows and stuff like that. I was like, oh shit.
Castlevania is definitely worth your time. I really like it.
Okay. That once I finish looking at that show, I just might do just a live stream on it based on all the seasons. Once I finish it, let's look out for that because once I finish that show, I will be live streaming just my review on the show on Castlevania.
Cool.
Yeah. Because like in my opinion, once I like a show, I just like to do some kind of live review or some kind of video sometime on it sometime. But so time for that show, I got to do just a live review on that show. Because that show,
Gotcha.
yeah, because the trailers for the show just had got me hooked to it. And for sure, I'm halfway through season 1, going into season 2. Cause the thing about me, when I look at a show, I like to look at the whole. I like to look at the whole season 2 just before I rest and go to another show. But that show seemed like I gotta have to look at the whole thing, and plus I will look at the whole thing on that show.
Yeah, it's always good to look at the show as a whole.
Yeah.
Also, Castlevania is not that long of a series either because first season's literally 4 episodes, and then season 2's 8 episodes. Keep in mind these are like 20-something minute episodes.
Oh, wait a minute.
Short.
Hey, wait a minute. It's 4 episodes in season 1. Oh shoot, I must be on season 2 because shoot, I just been going through it. I thought this been 5 or 6 episodes on season 1. Oh shit, I must be on season 2.
Yeah, you'd be on season 2 then.
Oh man.
But then season 3 and 4 both have 10 episodes.
Okay.
So the seasons are quite short, but together, it's a whole, 32 episode miniseries.
Just get a thing about it. It is hard to find a good show just on a streaming service just for people to hype up. It's hard. It's hard sometimes to find that one good show, an animation or live action to find. Because the thing about it, once you find that one good show, you just want to tell people. And some people might like it, some people might not. But that show, Castlevania, most people like that show. Who know about the video?
I really like it.
That ain't that a video game, right? That's a video game, man. I thought it was a game.
Oh wait, what was the game?
Castlevania.
Yes, Castlevania was a big series. It started all the way back on the original Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
Had 3 games on the original Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
It's just been it's been big. ever since PS3
Yeah,
and Xbox 360. Hasn't really done anything new for PlayStation 4, I think, or Xbox. I hope they do something else with it.
yeah,
Bring a big return to the franchise, but the game company doesn't seem to be doing much anymore. I hope to do something though, especially with the big success of the series.
yeah. Because thing about it, if sure I just a video game, if so I just a video game company stuff like that, and this show Castlevania and this having a big following and stuff like that, they should be making a game right about now, or at least starting to make a game based on the series and stuff like that. I think it
Well,
would
what
be
is interesting is I definitely think they're working on something because E3 is going to be happening in, when is it? 3, 4 weeks?
three.
Something like that.
Okay.
And E3 where they show off all the big games and stuff. Konami, who makes all these Castlevania games, was originally on the list to appear at E3, but they backed down saying that they weren't ready yet. So hopefully they're working on something big, and maybe that thing will be a Castlevania. Who knows? It'd be pretty cool.
It sound like that's the kind of thing get on my nerves to talk about something. You not ready yet, but you still making all them games to expect people to buy your old stuff. That how you expect me to trust you that be on time and you can't even show your new stuff.
Just gotta be patient with these new games, Take your time so you don't get another cyberpunk.
Yeah, that but the thing is Cyberpunk used to be just a cyber tabletop thing, a role playing thing, something like that. There used to be a tabletop. They made it into a game thing though. That's what the cyberpunk game are based on. A tabletop RPG.
That's cool.
They did just made it into a game, which was which was good in my opinion. Because thing about it, I was these other people who be doing these role playing games and stuff like that, tabletops and stuff like that. This
Those
year
games are
actually
fun.
companies this year actually companies to try to make this stuff video games sound like Cyberpunk did. Is Cyberpunk probably can get their game, get their tabletop into a video game? That's what y'all probably could too. You just got to ask. Yeah, because you look at it, that just in my opinion, so like that half of these tabletops games that I'll be seeing and looking at sometimes. I'll be looking at I say that half of y'all tabletops thing could be games, some like mystery games and stuff like that. If y'all were actually companies to make y'all stuff into video games and just ask for rights for it, or just the profits and stuff. You know what I mean? The profits off the games and stuff like that. That's all that's all they just have to do, in my opinion. Because you heard the news just about the new Power Ranger movie. They're supposed to be traveling back in time.
No, I haven't heard about it.
That because I said the latest news based on that is it said that the new writer said they want them to travel back in time just when Jason, Tommy, everybody just when younger, just when Rangers and stuff like that, and make them Rangers and and make them prove that they're worthy just for the power. I think it's something that, in my opinion, that would have been good if they would.
Interesting.
But the thing about me is like I wouldn't let them travel back in time. In my opinion, I just would make them go by trials and tribulations. Went in the training room, went in within the big old command center, because like the room sounds like an X-Men. It's something like with Wolverine and everybody just for training.
Oh, what's that room called? The harm room? Isn't that what
Yeah,
that's called?
yeah, yeah. That they should do that just for Power Rangers, just instead of making them try back in time. In my opinion, because damn about it, that won't make no sense to let the new Rangers try back in time. That just don't make no sense in my opinion. Yeah, just let them train up in the present, and just let them earn their powers. So like like let me see, Dang, that sound like He-Man. He-Man just earned his powers. Remember, He-Man, Adam, or something like that. He had to prove like he was worthy for the power.
I'm really excited for the new He-Man series.
But the only thing that scared me about He-Man is Tila. Tila and plus the other characters. I just
I'm not
want
concerned about it.
I just hope it's
Oh,
good.
I mean, all of it is just based from a screenshot, so it's a little
Yeah,
too early to judge. But the screenshots we got though does look they look cool.
yeah.
I'm really excited to see Mark Hamill as Skeletor.
Wait a minute. That that was him, right? Mark Hamill is the voice, right?
Yep,
I knew. I told my friend that.
can't wait
Told
for a
him.
trailer.
I told my friend that. And he tell me I'm wrong. That's not no Mark Hamill. Be, because my friend claimed to be a Mark Hamill fan, but you don't know that's Mark Hamill. I keep
Well, we
on
haven't
telling
heard him voice Skeletor yet because we don't have any trailers or anything. All we have is his look from those images we got.
you, is like he done voice the Joker, I think.
Yep, he
Yeah,
did. He's a great Joker.
yeah. Because he's the better Joker than the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, I think, so far.
Definitely, definitely. Like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker was a really good character, but as far as being
Yeah,
a Joker, he's a very weak.
yeah, yes. That just me, in my opinion, it sounds like Joaquin Phoenix was a good case study, just how somebody could turn. uh,
It was
Um,
a great movie.
yeah, be, because some Marvel people just were jealous after that movie 2000. Man, shut that movie wasn't just that good. I look at them. I say, really, really. That
I
movie,
thought it was really good.
yeah, that was good. But the thing is, just on Marvel fans and just on like DC at all, that any anything DC, good or bad, they would still find a way to trash it.
Uh, uh, it sort of annoys me to a point of how there is this, the need for division. It's like like us two.
I like
We
both.
both like yeah, we like both. It's like why do you have to trash on one whenever they could both be good?
Yeah, because
I
you
mean,
look
like
at
I may prefer one over the other, but it's not
yeah,
like I'm calling the other one bad.
because like all my friends that is DC fans, they always give Marvel just their respect. But my Marvel
Yeah.
friends act like they can't give DC just their respect every time they come out with a good movie. I said, wait a minute, this is backwards because y'all Marvel people be 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 like the main one complaint how some DC always hating on us. Y'all the one who bringing the hate. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Which is dumb in my opinion. Oh man. Yeah, and plus like the future of DC, like I think the new movies that might be coming out, I'm excited for Black
Which
Adam. I'm excited for Black
me
Adam.
too.
I'm
Me too.
excited. I'm excited for Blue Beetle. Stand
That could be
Assault.
cool.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. If they make a Blue Beetle movie, they got to bring in Booster Gold inside the movie too. I think.
You could be like the post-credit scene.
Yeah, but the thing is that who gonna be the Blue Beetle villain though? Because he got
That's a
some
good
villains.
question. That's a very good question. We don't know.
Because I probably got to go back and read his comics again just to see um who does his villains is because shoot now because because he got lots of villains.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll find someone cool and unique for him.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
the good thing with HBO Max is we can be getting more movies that's, you know, focus on smaller characters, smaller budgets, so we'll be getting more DC content
yeah.
overall. On top of the series, on top of do whatever series, like I'm really excited for Green Lantern. I can't wait to see what they're doing
Oh
with Green Lantern.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think Green Lantern is like massively underrated, and ever since the debacle of that first Green Lantern movie, they're sort of like scared with it. But it's like Green Lantern can be awesome. You just need to do it right,
yeah. That sound like
especially with today's CGI. Trying to do like all the
yeah,
special light battles in space is just going to be amazing.
yes. It much better too. It much better technology and and plus the sound and plus the effects might be cheaper too. Just for the studio that to make it's cheaper.
You just gotta do it right.
Yeah. That should I just with a studio? I would just make the how can I say this? I would just make the story simple. Make the story simple. Don't try to make it over complicated. Just make it simple, precise. Just just for the whole season. Just get people in and get them out. Don't try to over complicate the story. And, and plus, my least favorite Green Lantern was Alan Scott. Because the thing about it, because the thing about it, his weakness was wood, the elements, which was
Okay, that's old school DC for you.
I look at that. I say, man, I read a comment right outside first. You know, and I said, wait a minute, shoot, man, shoot. He tight. His costume, his costume just as look good, and everything else and stuff like that. It looked good. I'm reading the comments. Knockout wood. I say, really? That's his weakness. I'm done. I said, I was mad, bro. I was mad. I said, wow.
I just like all the different lore and stuff with the Green Lanterns. You know, you have all those different, you know,
Yeah.
colors and the different meanings and behind everything. I think it's just really cool how it all comes together.
But like something like me, if I was a lantern, I would have been a white lantern because think about it, I'm calm. I'm something like all the colors in one because by green I couldn't be Lolo because think about it, cause damn me like I don't like to rule by fear because I couldn't be red. Cause think about it, I couldn't read my rage because that's dumb in my opinion. Rage and everything else, I couldn't do it. But the thing is, the white one is hope, and plus, that's the one I would like. Just with Guy Gunner.
Blue's Hope.
Wait a minute, blue. Wait a minute. What's white then?
White is
Because I thought it was white, but I must be
white is like life because you have black being
deaf,
the
right?
death, and then white's the counter opposite of that.
Okay. And blue is all of it in one, right?
I don't know if there's any that is. Wait, is there one that's all up in one? If
Yeah.
any of them, it might be white that you're thinking of. You may have just gotten those two confused. I'm not too
Okay.
familiar with the whole white brightest day storyline, but I know a lot of the others, some of the other stuff. I'm not gonna say I know a lot because there's a lot I haven't read, but I feel like my knowledge is okay overall.
Yeah. That sound like the main colors I know is Lolo, red, and green. Will, rage, and fear. Because those three is the more mainstream that people know about.
Right. So you have red for rage, and then you have orange for greed, and then you
Yeah.
have yellow for fear, then you have green for willpower, then there's blue for hope.
Oh, the
Pur-
white is life.
right.
Red is
Purple's
red.
purple is compassion, and then you have pink for love.
Okay. Green is willpower. Indigo is compassion. Wait a minute now. Indigo. These some new
Purple.
colors. Okay. Hey,
Purple.
they changed these colors around. Violet is love. Black is death. They die. I couldn't be black. I couldn't be black for nothing. They could try to
Yeah,
get
you
me a
pretty much
black.
turn into a zombie when you put on that ring.
Yeah, yeah. I just couldn't do that one. I can do the white one, and I I can do I I can do life, and I can do willpower with green. That just me, in my opinion. So like those two, I probably can do, along with love and plus compassion or something like that. I probably can do those. But thing about the rest of them, I just couldn't do it.
I have no idea what I'd be in. So
Because the range would just find you. I think it's something like that.
yeah, the ring will just come to you and recruit you if you're worthy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some that can like transform your ring. Or there's ways that they can manually recruit you, but then a lot of times they also just the ring naturally comes to somebody.
Yeah. If they would have put me in a movie as a ring, just me. Give me the white one. Give me the white one or just the green one. Those two I can do, along with love and plus compassion. Those four, I can be an extra up in the background. I just be extra at the background. Talk something. Yeah.
Just turning me into an alien. Put me in the movie. I want to be a Green Lantern.
Yep. I just be fighting in the scene. I just be glad because that's what I would go in the comics up in the great console and tell y'all talk something. I just in the movie. Us us don't tell nobody on Twitter and nothing like that. I'm just telling y'all just online. Just don't say no name and nothing like that. I'm just an extra in the movie.
Just secret project.
Yep,
Shh.
yep. The secret project. That's it. Us don't tell nobody that be not say I work on a secret project and that's what this when the trailer come out and I say that's me. That just made me up in that movie. And so I just be glad off of that. That be, because you look at it, besides the Superman deep storyline, the Green Lantern and Wonder Woman and Superman got three of the deepest histories I think in comic books.
Yeah, there's just DC has lots of cool ways that they could just expand with their history and stuff.
Yeah. And Marvel is so compact with the history. Yeah, because look at it, Marvel just keep on starting over just with the same thing over and over and just try to change up a little bit. I know I said why not just make new heroes just with new stories? But the thing is that some of the new heroes is whack with the stories. Sound like safe space. I say, really? Who named your hero safe space? And I was, man, I seen that. I said, nope.
Yeah.
Safe, safe space. Who would actually put that in the movie? Nobody. Nobody. No, no, nobody just will put that in the movie who got common sense and who want their career in Hollywood. Just will put that in the movie or a show. He will tell you to throw that away. That is me. That what I think because just I just was some kind of big old director and plus somebody which I tell me some just trying to make a movie about safe space. You know what I say? Man, you better throw that script away. Man, you better throw that script away. Man, I was mad, bro. I said, really? I might be just a new director, but that's what I I, I still want my career after that. Because in Hollywood, one bad movie probably can ruin you just for a long time. One bad movie. Because think about it, who that Anakin, I think, who played as Darth Vader, I think he was younger. He stopped acting
He,
for
oh, you're talking about like Phantom Menace?
yeah.
Yeah,
He started acting for a while because the
he
fans
rough. He's in a rough place now, or was at least. I don't know if he's gotten better, but
that
stuff's
that
happened with him.
because if people say there's people say he think by coming back as Darth Vader, the grown version of Darth Vader, he want
Well,
to come back.
Hayden Christensen is, but that's episode 2 and 3. That's not episode 1.
No, the,
Episode 1. Who was he in episode 1?
but the thing is, I think he was acting lately in some smaller movies, but I'm just not sure which one.
Mm-hmm.
Because thing about it, that I think he acting in smaller movies to be able to come back in Hollywood. If he do make a big movie, he he would be on he he would be on just know the schedule and stuff like that. And this how the press go because you know that everybody will be asking him just about Star Wars. If he start acting in big movies again, they will ask him about Star
Yeah,
Wars.
once someone's in Star Wars, you can't get away from it.
Yeah,
Even if you're
Star.
in the tiniest roles.
Yeah,
All right, I was in Star Wars for 1 second. You got to interview me, you know?
yeah, yeah. Because
How
I
was your
know
on-set experience for being on Star Wars one day? Oh yeah, it was great. It was great.
because I noticed that be, because like Edwin McGregor, he was in Star Wars just as Obi-Wan, and he couldn't have get get away for that for years. He had to change his whole genre of the movies he was acting in just in order to get away just from Star Wars and everything else like that. Because he started doing cop shows, I think it was something like that to get away just from Star Wars. But I'm just not sure.
Yeah.
And these one of the Funko Pops I got as the Funko Pops I got for stock just for me right here. The
Oh,
Gambit.
Gambit, nice.
Yeah, the this one I got right here, Gambit. Yeah, I
That's
like this
awesome.
one. And for this last one too. I just get that thing just when it ran out.
Nice. It's a really nice one.
Yeah, that this was the last one they had, I think. That they had I think yeah, yeah, this was the last one they had. Sure, I just had to get it. And plus, I got the Black Widow, the Black Widow figure too. I think the tall one. Let me see, but it just don't look as good though. Right here, the
Oh,
Black.
Black Widow. That's
Yeah,
her new white suit, right?
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. This was the last one too, because damn about it. I just had to get them because the job I was on. I had asked them, was they getting any more Black Widow stuff after this one? They say no. I got it. I got it and bought it because these figures I be getting sometimes be like the last ones. Sound like the job we working on. Sometimes I'll be not find it. Sound like the one I wanted to get was sound like the one for Jean. Sound like a Jean action figure thing I wanted, but I couldn't find it. I'll probably find it on eBay or something like that.
Always gotta look at those online markets.
Yeah, but some will just be expensive though. That's the problem. Some people,
Yeah. Yeah. It's annoying whenever you have a figure that you want and it's just pricey.
yeah, some people be expensive. Shoot, I understand the reason why they're expensive, but the thing is, it's sound like these be new figures that be in the store for like 15 and just I sell for 30. I say, really? I see in the store for 15. I
Yeah,
just want
buy the rare thing and then double the price. That's how it goes.
the thing about me. I just was selling stuff. I buy it for 8 or something like that. I might sell it for 12 or something like that. But the thing is, I wouldn't sell it for like a real high price and stuff like that. Some like some people do. I wouldn't do it like that. But but just me, in my opinion, what I would do. Um. Oh, every 2 hours. Oh man. Oh man. I'll see you later, man.
All right.
Yeah. I I'll be back live on Saturday though.
All right. Yeah. All right. I'll catch you
All
some
right.
other time then.
All right, man.
All right.